Hey, what's up, guys? Hope everybody's doing well and having a great day. Looking at a graph from a couple of days ago. This is the Schumann Resonance. There was a big spike that lasted for several hours. Wasn't the biggest we've seen, but there was definitely energy detected in the Schumann Resonance. We're going to come back and take a closer look at what that could have potentially been. Also in this video, we're going down to the southern hemisphere. I've got a couple of things I want to share with you guys that are quite rare. Two things that occurred near Australia and one in the southern Indian Ocean that you don't necessarily see every day. And since we're here at the website, taking a quick look at today's Schumann Resonance, and you can see some background noise and a little bit of activity on the rise once again. And it doesn't look like it's coming from the sun because everything over here on the Earth-facing side of the sun has been very quiet, no solar flares, and the sunspots that we do have are not conducive for solar flares right at the moment, so they're very quiet. The sun overall is super quiet at the moment. Hopping over to the Yellowstone supervolcano Caldera, looking at the seismographs that monitor the mighty supervolcano. A little bit of earthquake activity over here at the Madison River seismograph. Down here at Hawk's Nest, I'm not quite sure what's going on. There's an absence of data, and then it looks like magma intrusion. Whenever you see dark blue on these seismographs, that's usually an indication of magma intrusion, and you can see a few of the seismographs are showing a little bit of magma intrusion, but overall, not a whole lot of activity going on at the Yellowstone supervolcano Caldera. I want to take you guys now back down to the southern hemisphere, where yesterday there were two cyclones, or at least a cyclone and a tropical storm. Either way, they were organized vortexes that were literally dancing with each other down here in the southern hemisphere. It's what's known as the Fujiwara Effect, and you don't see this very often, and to see it twice on the same day in nearly the same location is kind of unprecedented. You can see two over here on the left, two over here on the right. These are off the west coast of Australia over here on the right. The ones over here on the left were in the southern Indian Ocean. One is still there. The other has since dissipated or almost dissipated. Normally what happens when this occurs, and again, it's quite rare, one of the dominant cyclones will basically devour the weaker cyclone. And in this case, I think that's what happened along the west coast of Australia. And here's another look at the storm systems over here at windy.com. You can see the two out here in the southern Indian Ocean, and there's one now along the west coast of Australia. It is a low pressure system, but that could redevelop into a cyclone as we move forward in time. And as you can see on this satellite presentation, there is still rain coming down along the east coast of Australia. This rain is piling up, causing tremendous flooding in these areas. I found some webcams of the flooding along the east coast near Brisbane and Toowoomba. This would be in the southeastern part of Queensland. And you can see these rivers going up and down, up and down. It's almost like they're being influenced by more than rain. It's almost like a high tide, low tide scenario. But you can clearly see the rain is coming down quite heavily. Rained most of the day yesterday, at least off and on in some locations. I don't think it came down at the rate of 5 inches per hour like they saw a couple of days ago, but you can clearly see flood taking over the roads and in some cases taking over bridges. This creek here, a small river, almost took over this bridge, at least at this point in time. This was on the 26th, going into the 27th. Again, near Brisbane, Australia, rain has been coming down pretty much non-stop for the last several days, and more than likely that's a side effect of La Nina. Watch this here. You're going to see this rise. This is a 24-hour loop. Watch this tree here, and you can barely see the water behind this fog, but see it rise real quickly? Just in a matter of a few hours, that went up probably 10 to 12 feet using that tree as a gauge. I mean, the water is just completely out of hand in some areas down there, and more than likely, this weather pattern, along with the anomalies that we saw regarding the cyclones that were dancing with each other, the Fujiwara effect, these could be side effects of La Nina. You guys have all heard of El Nino and La Nina, and it's got a weather pattern kind of locked in place down here along the east coast of Australia, and the La Nina effect could be creating these exceptional rains that we're seeing along the east coast of Australia. And along with the anomalies that El Nino and La Nina create, there could be something going on with the sea surface height. If there is a temperature anomaly in the area in the Pacific Ocean, that could cause the water to swell, which is going to cause it to increase along the coastline, especially here along the east coast of Australia. I want to come back and take a look at the Schumann Resonance. This is a screen grab I took from the 24th into the 25th. And around that time frame on the 24th, I think all minds were thinking about the same thing at the same time around the world. And all of that energy was detected by planet Earth, and it showed up in the Schumann Resonance as a spike. And in this particular case, it was the human resonance, as everyone has their mind on the Ukraine, and we're hoping for a positive outcome in this region, and we're hoping for a positive outcome very, very soon. Thanks for watching. Have a super day, and be safe out there.